What's up, collective? It's TC here with the Source Vibe Tarot and the Oneness Vibration. I ain't even gonna do the mini meditation. I'm tired of shit. Spirit just got me up out my sleep. The source, the universe, just got me up out my sleep. I feel like it's to deliver this message. Like my eyes is like, so excuse me if I look crusty and shit. Usually I like to put a little pride. Try to put a little pride in my appearance before I pop up on camera, but I literally just got up out my sleep. So if I look crusty, it's because I am. Okay. This is like the second night in a row that this has happened, and it's kind of new to me. But I'm not mad because I'm doing the work that I'm meant to be doing. I'm doing what the universe is asking of me. And so it's all good. So I'm gonna deliver I feel like this is a universal collective message. And so it's timeless. And this is a timeless message. And I'm still half asleep. I could not go back to sleep. This is the second night I think in a row that I've been woken up on my sleep to do some stuff, deliver a message. Because while I was sleeping, it's in my energy. And then I was laying there and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I have the feeling I need to record this, get this down. Cause I was should I just write a status and express this? And it's you could do that, but I feel you could do more. And so I feel it's a video. And I saw YouTube. I saw myself doing a YouTube video, a TikTok video. And then I'm I got this thought of no time like the present. Might as well do it now. You ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm just true. And then I was just laying there still, trying to go back to sleep, but really not being able to go back to sleep. And I'm you want me to do this now? And I felt it now. I was okay, let me get up. I ain't even want to try to look cute and good for y'all, cause who I got to look cute and good for? Nobody gives a shit. So this message, I be saying, life will live through you, and if you are receptive and are aware, you can pay attention to the things that happen, and the synchronicities of everything will speak to you. Now, I found myself in an interaction with a reflection of another reflection of the energy that I am, that you are, that we are, because we're all this. At the core essence of our beingness, of every atom that makes up all of existence, is energy. And so I say, every reflection you see of everything outside of you is a reflection of the energy that you are. Okay. So I had an interaction with a reflection of myself. And I'm not judging. It's not bad, because it's all, if you can learn from it, then it serves its purpose. No matter how seemingly good or bad it is, you can learn from it, maybe even develop a preference of what you would prefer in your life. If you can just learn from your experiences, then it serves you. And so I had an experience with another reflection of myself that somebody could classify it as resistant. But like this interaction helped me learn and realize something, is that the paradigm shift is real, and the energy is shifting. The paradigm shift is real, and the energy is shifting, and like I got so many flashes while I was like laying there half asleep, and so it's like a lot to unpack from this download. Normally I do like cards and stuff on here, but I'm a conscious channel. Like the cards are a tool. I'm already a conscious channel. Like spirit is on tap. I'm connected to my soul. My souls. Okay? Because it's a collective. So where do I even want to start with this? Right? How I even want to like bite into this download sandwich. Okay? 6 minutes and 6:26. I see on the clock, on the phone. So I like had me some spiritual trips before, and so I asked, what is my life's purpose? And the feedback that I got was to help people remember the God in them. And I'll just like mull that over as I was sitting there half asleep. And I said, one of the ways, or if it's not the way, one of the ways that I help people remember the God in them is I thought, like, I contemplated it and I observed that. And it was like, one way is, what's like your connection with the God in you, to help you remember the God in you. What's one of the most prominent ways of you being in your Godhood is you being in your alignment. You being aligned with your inner being, your soul, your source, your energy, you being in alignment. So at least contentment. So how do you know you're in alignment? You are borderline, at least baseline, content. Boom, boom, pow. You're at least content. And so if you are content, you are in alignment with your soul, because your soul, higher self, source, God, is omnipotent. It's infinite. And so if infinity don't have no worries, infinity is infinity. Infinity is like all powerful. Infinity is powerful beyond like anything of this earthly plane. And so one of the ways of helping people remember the God in them is to empower them. And so, can we get there? Whatever, it's fine. Let me not judge the process. 1 second. So, this message is for the collective. I feel like collective, so let's unpack this. Yeah, if you're coming up against resistance, if you find yourself coming up against resistance in your life, it's not anything bad. The energy and the frequencies of Earth, I feel like there is a massive timeline shift. If it hasn't happened, it's happening. And there is a massive timeline shift that the vibration is going higher and higher and higher. Now, what that means is you will find things in your experience that pop up. And it's not for you to be angry over. It's not for you to be like, oh, why me? It's not for you to feel like a victim over, depending on what beliefs you have set up and how you're going to use that experience for yourself, whether that be negative or positive. It all depends on, you and how you perceive it and deal with it. But cause I feel like because the energy is picking up and the frequency is getting higher and higher, it is vibrating higher and higher, things are not happening to you. If something happens and you perceive it as bad and negative, it's happening for you. What it is that if it's something pop up and it's unfavorable, it's not preferred by you, it's because it's letting you know this is the reflection, letting you know this is the light, letting you know what shadows you have within you that could be resolved, released, amended. It's like, so if you find yourself, because it's like the shit is vibrating too high for it to be bad for you. Okay, about to come up on 11:11. Shit is vibrating too high for it to be bad for you. And so if you find yourself coming up against resistance in your experience, it's to teach you, it's to help you, it's to reflect to you what beliefs you have active within you so you can do something about it, so you don't keep going forward with shit that you don't like, that you don't prefer. You could have a victim mentality and you find yourself coming up in you find yourself in a situation and you're like, well, this person is trying to do this to me. That's not necessarily true. That's your perception of what's going on. It's like, it's letting you know what perceptions you're holding. It's like literally reflecting back to you what perceptions you're holding. Now, if you come across somebody who might be of a higher vibration than most people, and you find yourself triggered, and dependent, like if it's a high vibrational person, it's not to spite you, it's not to be malicious, it's like somebody standing steady in their vibrations and their power, staying steadfast in their alignment, is not to do something over you. It's a situation, like this situation is happening to let you know that everybody is right. And just because other people are right doesn't make your rightness any less valid. Okay? And so somebody can have a differing opinion from you, and it can be right, but it doesn't make the opinion that you hold any less right. And so it's like, because I had a thing, and it was like, it's a thing, and I don't even know if I should like talk about it, because it's not a bad thing, and I don't look at them any different than I did before it happened, because I understand and I get it. And so it's like, I don't have any judgments. I don't think you're a bad person or anything. I think you just got some shit you need to resolve within yourself. And so like, I don't know, I was going with it. Going into the future, these might have more structure. More than likely, these will have more structure. But it's like, things might pop up in your experience, and it's not for you to feel like a victim. It's not for you to feel like life is happening to you. It's not for you to feel like you're being steamrolled over because somebody else, another reflection of you, is staying steadfast in their vibration. If anything, you should do it. You could take a page from their book and stay steadfast in your vibration and not let their vibrations affect you so much. Now, if you need somebody else to change in order for you to feel better, that's an old way of thinking. That's a victim mentality. That's not empowered. You're not in an empowered state. It's like you need other people to be different so you can feel better instead of you just feeling better, which is definitely in your power to do. But you're, for whatever reason, whatever beliefs you're holding, you're not doing that. And so you're putting your inner work on other people, other reflections around you, needing them to dim themselves down so that you feel better. It's a new day. It's a more empowered day. You can be empowered in this moment. But if you choose not to, it's going to feel like shit. And like if you're triggered and you feel negative emotion, your negative emotion in itself is letting you know that you're not in alignment with your inner being. Emotions are the vibrational feedback. So if you're triggered and you feel negative emotion and you stay in negative emotions and you like in a victim mentality, you're not being empowered in this moment right now. Your emotions are letting you know that you're not being empowered in this moment. You're not having empowerment over your experience. It's like you're letting your experience run you instead of you running your experience. And I just feel like it's a time, it could be a time for the collective that, it could be a time for the collective that, I'm gonna just see what pops up for shits and giggles. But I'm channeling, I'm getting the messages already. This is the message that stuff is like, this is like this time right now is really gonna reflect back to you the perceptions and beliefs that you're holding. Vulnerability and freedom. This energy talks about finding freedom in being vulnerable. Only strong people can be vulnerable. Intuition and downloads at the bottom. You might find yourself feeling attacked, but it doesn't mean somebody is attacking you. Like, life really, for real, is just perceptions. Life is inherently meaningless, and it's how you perceive it that gives it meaning. And so somebody can say something to you, and you can perceive it as an attack. That's why I really had to, like, watch what I said, because I'm like, because instead of me being like, this is what you're doing, and this is how you're acting, and this is how it is, I'm like, I feel like I'm perceiving it like this. And a person who is aware of like energies and themselves will acknowledge that and be like, I see how you feel and I acknowledge how you feel. That's not the case over here. I feel like you're doing it like this. And then we talk like adults and we get to the meat of it and we get to the bottom of it and we get to the thing behind the thing. But it's like, to put your inner work off on other people, that's some like, we got judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. And it's like a lot of the collective could be holding judgment or be in the energy of judgment. And the vibrations that's going on with the earth right now, adversities. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And it's like, I don't know. I do know. It's like you might come up against some resistance, but it's not for you to keep resisting it. It's for you to, I would say, to use it like a weight and to gain some muscle and gain some strength. But I feel like Abraham Hicks would say, like, it's for you to release it, which is kind of the same thing in different concepts, I guess. And like, it might not even be with other people. It might even be with situations with yourself, and you just feel like, woe is me. There's so much going on. But it's like, it's a chance for you to stop that paradigm, that way of thinking about your life, and find a new way in judging your life. Like, this is a chance for you to find your freedom and your power within yourself, and that might take some vulnerability. You might shy away from trying to feel like, and that's the thing, because like, nobody else has power over your experience, and so you literally feeling like somebody has power over your experience and feeling that negativity, and that negativity letting you know that you're out of alignment with your energy and your empowerment is like, that in itself is trying to tell you, your negativity is talking to you, your triggers are talking to you. It's trying to let you know, like, hey, this is not empowered for you, this is not in line with what you want to manifest for your life. Change how you view it. That's what the emotions let you know. Positive emotion, contentment at the baseline lets you know you are in line with what you want to be creating for yourself, because spirit, source, God knows you intimately. Your souls, that's your connection to your soul, is vibrations. We are vibrational beings. You feel the vibrations of your feelings. Feelings are some of the most prominent vibrations that we feel as human beings, and we just think it's like all chemical. No. Chemicals are the byproduct of the spiritual shit, the vibrational energy shit that's going on within us. It's the physical manifestation of what's going on within us. Okay? Thank you. So I feel like at this time, you might find yourself coming up into resistance in your life. And you could have had it for like a while. You could have had this shit for like, you could have had this resistance for like a while. And it's just that now it's being brought to your attention. It's not something new. Because a lot of the shit that we go through is like mentalities that we had for a long ass time. And we think, oh, like this person is just annoying me and triggering me. But you was mad triggered before that person even popped up and came up and reflected that back to you, that you have that going on within your energy. I can't even make it up. I can't even make this up. What do you need to release? You see this shit. Thank you, Spirit. A new romantic cycle begins. I feel like that's for me. But like, seriously, what do you need to release? This is what the energy is showing you. What do you need to release? Waning moon. What paradigms do you need to release? What beliefs do you need to release that are not serving you any longer? That you could be having beliefs that you're a victim. How is that serving you? How is that empowering you? In this world where we can think infinite potential, the atoms have infinite potential. Scientists and doctors, Deepak Chopra already like got into this shit. Atoms have infinite potential. And in this world, so this world has infinite potential. In this world of infinite potential, why would you hold on to a belief that does not make you feel empowered? You need to ask yourself that. And instead of like trying to check other people, and this is it's bittersweet, but it's like, it's real. Instead of trying to check other people for what they're doing, especially if they're not like beating somebody the fuck up, you know, like if they're not hurting, like I can understand if somebody was just like taking their anger out on you and shit, and they were like fucking physically hurting you, beating you the fuck up, and harming you. But if somebody has a different opinion than you, and it could be, you could view it as hateful as fuck, and you don't agree with it, like, that triggering is like there to let you know that person doesn't have power over your experience. You feeling negative thinking somebody else got power over other people's experiences. That's why you feel negative, because it's not true. It doesn't have to be true, but you get what you think about. You get what you believe. You get what you expect. And that's why it's like, what do you need to release? Do you need to release your judgments? If you can let yourself be vulnerable and let the moment teach you, let your adversities teach you, you can find freedom in your vulnerability. Spirit woke me up for this shit. Cause I was like in the sleep dream state mulling shit over, and I'm just like, that shit just popped up and then started pop, and I'm like, ooh, like, do you want me to talk about this like now, right now, get up now, like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's like, seriously, take stock of yourself. Like, the triggers that you coming up to now, or that you're finding in your experience now, because you're co-creating with spirit. You're co-creating with the other. You're co-creating with the other reflections of yourself, and some of that co-creation is through adversities. Let's say if you have somebody loving and you're perceiving them as like a negative way, that's like your soul's letting you know, like, hey, you're out of alignment. You could align your energy a little better than what you're doing right now. Because in a situation, somebody commented on my status, and it was like, because I did an Aries reading, and Aries energy was popping, and it was just beautiful. Like, I was like, ooh, y'all got some stuff going on, and it's like, it's beautiful. And then they commented with like what I perceived as a negative ass comment, and it's like, you raining on my parade, and I ain't even like try to perceive it as negative. I was like, oh, how exciting, like in the manner that, oh, cool, you had like life experience. That's what we incarnated for, to have experience, to gain, like, to find out what we prefer, and to just like fucking live life and learn. And they proceeded to come on with like negative ass energy, or just dropping their low. They were like dense low on this high vibe energy, and it's like, and it was just like, I'm like, I could have had empathy, but it's like, I'm not dipping my vibrations for you, because why would you comment that in the first place? Why do I have to dim my vibrations in order to coddle you and make you feel better about being a victim, instead of you not feeling like a victim in your experience? Especially if I'm sitting here holding the light for you to feel empowered over your experience. But I was like, well, you went through some stuff, and I don't know what the fuck I said. I was like, you went through some stuff, and like, at least you know, like, you don't want to go through that anymore, and like, maybe you caught some red flags, and so like you like aren't trying to experience that in your reality anymore. Like, this is great. It could be a learning experience. And they proceeded to judge someone, and like, I felt like they wanted me to judge them with them. Like, oh, this person is a monster, this, that, and the third. I don't know this person, and I'm not trying to like sit here and judge people that I don't know. Like, that's not the vibe for me. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon and eclipse at the bottom. I ain't trying to make this too long, but yeah, that's the gist of it. Like, this is a time where you could find old triggers popping up. You could find people triggering you in your experience, but it's not to spite you. It's on a deeper as level. It's to grow you, because the energy is like so high vibe that it's going to, you're either going to get with it, or it's gonna like, it's like, the energy is so high vibe that it's going to fucking reveal your shadows, and you gotta deal with that shit. or not, but you're gonna be in suffering until you deal with your shadows and confront your shadows. It's like being able to be in your shadows. Truth be told, transparency, speaking your truth. Like, you can't get mad at other people for speaking their truth and holding their views when you're doing the same thing. But it's like other people speaking their truth and holding their views don't make your views and truth any less valid. And if you're feeling like that, that's because you're choosing to feel like that and you're choosing to perceive that. And even if they wanted to, you don't have to perceive it that way, but you do. So that's something like, what do you need to release? And this is like opening the door to your heart, being transparent, communicative with how you feel. But yeah, that's the message that I got. Like, I thought I needed to express this. So yeah, collective energy. Y'all might be in some resistance and finding resistance to your experience. And you might be coming up against people, against situations that trigger you, that make you feel a certain way and you feel negative. But it's not for you to run off and feel like, to be deep, like fucking neck deep in that emotion, feeling it. It's for you to be like, damn, I feel negative, I'm out of alignment. How can I fucking pivot this energy? How can I look at this a different way? How can I feel better about this? And even if you can't feel better about, like, it's Abraham Hicks will help. But it's like things probably popping up in y'all experience, and it's not for you to keep going through the same things over and over. It's a chance for you to rise in your power, to know that things don't have power over you, but you have power over it. That's all I wanted to say. Infinite love and blessings and light to you all. Peace out. Love you. Bye.